So I'm going to start with the feet. If you bring your feet like this and you lift up your toes and you rotate outwards, you're going to find first position. And basically what's happening here is you're externally rotating your legs, which is called turn out. This is turned in, and you'll feel it in your glutes. So you got to squeeze your bum the whole class. Yes. You will know if you have the perfect turn out for you. It's because when you bend your knees and toes go in the same direction. So that's also for safety. So squeeze that booty. Don't let your knees fall forward because that's dangerous. Second position will also dabble in. You'll notice I'm doing a pretty wide stance here. That's because when I plie, I want my knees to be at 9 degrees. That's like a nice stretch here. If your feet are too close, you're going to squat. And that's a whole other class. So we want to try to keep the booty in neutral. The last position for today is third position. If you put this foot in front of your other foot and your heels at the middle of the arch of your foot, that's where she lives. And that can change depending what foot's in front. There are other foot positions, but they don't matter today. I'll teach you them some other time. Let's go back to first position. We're squeezing our booty for the next hour. We're also engaging our core. And dancers have really good posture. It's because we bring our shoulders back and we try to lengthen. So the visual is there's a string and you're lengthening to the string because we tend to slouch now, right, in life. So try to be nice and long. And then, yeah, with the belly button pulled in, it's like doing a plank. And that will help you later when you're trying to balance. Eventually, right? Some basic arm positions. Just put your hands in front of your thighs like this and tuck in your thumbs. This is called bras. It means arms down. And noticing it's just a curve shape. It's not too straight. It's not too pointy. It's kind of like an oval. And if I keep this shape, I put it in front of my tummy, that's first position. You got it. You can probably bend your elbows a little bit. Yeah, just like you're hugging a beach ball. Keep in that shape. Bring your arms up above your head. This is called fifth position. It's like a picture frame around your face. And you always want to have your hands forward. So a fun thing to do is wiggle your fingers. And if you see them in your peripherals, they're perfect. We don't want to be back here. That's like flamenco. Ballet is forward. And another place you want to be forward is in second position, like when you're hugging a tree. And I'll help you with this one because this is probably the harder one to master. Basically, I'm curved with my elbows up, but my shoulder is down. And yeah, you look great. And yes, it's like she read my mind with what to do with the corrections. Anyways, I'll help you. You look really good. Just going to keep that support and forward. You're going to lengthen your arms a little bit and imagine you're resting on a table. This looks pretty good. We're just going to be extra long now. Always longer. And even if you're already long, can you be longer? Yes, totally. You look great. I'm just checking out my queen at home. You look great. You look awesome. Just remember to have your wrists a little bit more supported. And then that she also looks longer that way, right? Looking good. You're bringing your fingers a little bit closer together. Yes, you're going to be also a little bit longer. Yeah, move from the wall if you have to. And then you just turn your wrists a little bit. Imagine there's a secret message for your audience, but they can't see it if it's flipped over. Yeah, and I'm going to show you all. Relax your arms. Oh, I just stand like this for 20 minutes in grade 3 ballet, so don't worry about it. But you don't want to do this, and you don't want to do this, right? Because it's all about being extra long. Like I'm pretty small and short, and I want to take up all the space. So it's an illusion, right? This just wrecks the lines, as we call them, but just a little bit of length makes all the difference. I know. You have to memorize any of this. I talk about it every single time there's a new person, which is almost every single intro class. So this will be the only time you'll be the newest people. So enjoy it because it's only for a class. Let's move on. So you're standing at the bar in first position. You have your beautiful posture with your arm down. We start with a breath like yoga. You go inhale and exhale. And then you bring your arm to the front and it stays in second until you learn other arms. You do 2 little plies like this. And then you do a big one where your heels come off the floor, your arm falls down. And when you come up, you press your heels into the floor and you stretch. We do a 4 bend where you relax your head and just hang out, literally. No seeing my arm is above my head. It was on an L. Is that okay? Or an ow. I'm like, ow, is it tight? Yeah, totally, girl. I feel ya. That's why I had a massage yesterday. Bringing my arm all the way up above my head, just like this. And when I open, my arm and leg open together. 2 demi-plie, which means half. Grand means big. Heels are down when I'm in second position. I then bring my arm up to fifth into a side bend and I hold. When I recover, the arm goes back. I point my toe, I place it in third, and I do it again. 2 demi, followed by the grand. Now look at my feet. My feet stay down as long as I can. I can't get any deeper. That's why the heels come off the floor. And then when I come up, I got to push my heels down first before I touch my legs. And that's what really warms you up. This is just a basic arm coordination of the arm coming down. Then it just comes up with you. Yeah, and I'll help you through it. The last thing we're doing is an upper back bend. You always reset the arm. You want to turn your head because it feels better on your neck to look sideways, and I can see your face. What's up? And then when you're done, we're working on pirouettes, right? Yeah. Pick up this foot, place it in front of your knee. And if you've done yoga, it's like tree pose, but you're pointing it very lightly under your kneecap. And I'll help you with this at the very end. Hugging your beach ball with one hand at least. One day, one finger on your bar to no fingers, but right, that will take time. So don't worry. And I'll help you find your balance. I just talked a lot. I talk a lot in level 1. Let's do it on the first side. So left hand on the bar for my queens in the studio. At Zoom, it doesn't matter as much. And we're going to dance to a whole new world, which we're going to visualize that the news is not happening. Find your first position. Prepare here. Plie, bend, and stretch. One more. Grand plie down, heels off the floor. Heels are down, and stretch. Forward bend. Stay here. Just hang out, literally. Arm comes up, ow, poor thing. Arm up and open. Second, plie, little bend and stretch. One more. Grand plie, heels in the floor. Coming up. Now side bend towards your bar. Hold it, enjoy the stretch. It feels good. The arm goes back to where it was. Point the toe, close it in front. One more time, plie and stretch. One more. Going down, heels off the floor. Hop, hop is normal. Coming up. Now set up your arm, turn your head, little upper back bend. Beautiful. Recover. Pick up this foot. Place your baby toe under your knee. We want this knee to the side. Use your bum. Arm is curved. And if you want to bounce, you can. I'm going to start with Lauren. Beautiful balance. That's really good. You've never done this before? Cool. Great job. Just point your toe a bit more. So it'll be more of a... Very good. I'm going to do it instead of relaxing it. Just do the little touch. It's so much harder. I know. You look great, though. I'm going to do a little bit of pelvis thing for you. Boom. If you're still holding, congratulations. I'm coming. This is getting better, but we're going to always see if we can do more. And if you're still holding here, I'm coming. You probably do a little bit more hands up. And then, yeah, perfect. Look at, don't look down. Just look at our beautiful leopard print here. And then you're going to do a little bit more of a hip. I know, right? Welcome back. Your hair's so gorgeous. You just get done. Oh, it looks nice. And you look great too. Keep heading for that turnout. Oh, relax, relax. Good job. There's a lot of legs to go through, but y'all look great. So I'm going to give you one thing to think about during the plie, especially if you're still learning the foundation. And this is a really funny one. So you are a piece of toast. You don't want to get burnt. So that means I got to keep my chest up and my knees to the side as much as I can without going forward, right? So if you've been to the gym, because you're a gym girl, cool, right? We tell you to do this. Now you can't. Now you're in ballet, which is complete opposite. And it was for me when I was a ballerina, went to fitness, I had to learn how to do this instead of this. I was like, we make us stick on my bum. Anyways, part of the fun. So yeah, always keep your chest lifted so you don't get burnt in the toaster. And the more you get your knees to the side because you're squeezing your bum, they won't come forward and get burnt either. And it applies to all the positions. And then for the final part here, which is the position of the month, because we're teaching you how to eventually do a pirouette, this is the position. So it's going to be really hard, especially if you've done yoga, because yoga, you're allowed to relax your foot, but you're going to have to really try to not relax your foot at all. So like imagine like you're holding like a piece of paper very lightly with your baby toe and it's just lightly placed. I don't make up these rules. These are just the rules. I'll help you find them. Anyways, those are two small things to think about if you're ready. If not, you're doing great. We're going to turn around. You get a second chance. And once again, don't be alarmed in the point shoes. It's like they're doing ballet for the first time. So you're going to turn around gorgeous. You're going to have two inspirational dancers in front of you to follow. And I'll be right here. Don't worry. I'll still say everything. Getting ready. Oh, sorry. This is not the song. This is Phantom of the Opera. That's my other play song. I try to mix and match, but let's do the same one for both sides. Okay. Here we go. Plie and stretch. One more. Grand plie, chest up. And coming back up. Good job. Forward bend. Stay there and hold it for a second. Coming up with your arm up. Open, stop, repeat. A little bend and stretch. One more. Grand plie, chest up, knees to the side. Recover. Side bend towards your bar. Look down at the floor and hold. Then you watch your arm as it goes back pretty. Place the foot in front. Again, plie. Stretch. One more. Grand plie. You're in a toaster. Chest up, knees to the side. Good. Recover. Yes. Now get ready for your back bend. You're just turning your head and maybe push your arm back. Gorgeous. Recover. Now pick up your front foot. Lightly place it under your kneecap and get your knee to the side. And then, yes, sorry, they're up on releve. Ignore them. Ignore them. Yeah, stay on a flat foot. Sorry, that's the one thing you want to ignore. We'll work up to that one. And then you'll be right here. And just look at the beautiful construction in front of you. Yes, you're doing good. It's going to be a little bit of a pelvis thing here. Yeah, there you go. Now, I'll share with the class what I'm doing here. Doing the same thing for you. Boom. Yes. And then maybe rest. Oh. Yeah, totally. So just like a little bit like kind of bring your bum underneath you and then like kind of lift your heel up for a second. Yeah, there you go. So what we need to do is make sure the booty is underneath the heel and the weight's not in the heel. I'll share the class. This is part of the fun. Oh God, she said. First though, before we do anything, do you want to stretch something? If it's your booty, right? Just cross it over and go, okay, what? Good morning. Or I guess it's lunchtime now for you guys. Right? Waking up the ballet booty muscles, right? So yeah, I'll share those similar corrections all around. So this is just all about alignment. So when you learn about postural alignment, I talk about this quite often in this class, is you always want your hips in line with your ankle. And then your shoulder has to be in line with your hip and your ear has to be in line with your shoulder, right? So if your booty's kind of out a little bit, I'm totally exaggerating, it's really hard to balance, right? You need to keep it in. And I hate to say the word tuck because people then kind of go like too far, but almost just think about just squeezing your bum a bit more, like your cheeks together, lack of a better description. And then it keeps it in place. And then it's easier to balance, like Jenga blocks, right? If the blocks are perfectly stacked, nothing tumbles, but if something go wobble, then you fall over for sure. If I ever push your hip down, this is a very common correction. I could do this with you even on Zoom. Put your hand on your hip, you guys, and take your outside foot and keep your hip down. You can even push it if you want to as you bring your knee up. Yes. See, now your hips are level. It's not your fault. You have a muscle in your hip that wants to lift when you lift your leg up. You have to say, by squeezing your glutes together the whole time, it will stabilize your pelvis so your leg can come up. Otherwise, and then you can't balance. Look at, see, so good. Look at that form. That's amazing. And that is a foundational position for the gateway of ballet moves plus pirouettes. Let's move on. Now you know what a plie is. Let's talk about what a tendu. Ballet is just a bunch of plies and tendus. Oh, no, they're not coming here. It's okay. Let's talk about what a tendu is. So take your outside foot. You're standing in first position. Your arm is right here. I'm going to go very slow. I'm going to slide my foot to the front and I'm going to slide it back in. So think about it. Tendu means to stretch, basically. So I'm stretching to the front. I can also stretch to the side and I can also stretch the back. Those are my directions that my leg can go in. So that's when we start with the foundation. We're going to do the bend your toes and point, which some of you might already be familiar with. It looks like this. Bend your toes and point your toes. Bend your toes and slide again. Bend your toes and point because practice makes better. To the side. Bend your toes and point and bend. Repeat. Half, full, and half. Let's try to the back. It's really weird, right? It's called articulation of the foot. And if you've never done this before, it's just basically getting your feet ready for all the movements of ballet. Let's try to the side. Half and full and half. And half means half point, full point, half point, and close. That's all I'm going to talk about right now. That's enough. All right. From there, you're going to get your 6-inch heels. And you don't have to balance unless you want to. So I'm looking at you. You have no choice. But you guys have a choice, and you guys have no choice either. Awesome. Let's do it. We're going to do it the super slow song. Feet in first. Arm is here. Ready? I go. Bend my toes, point. Bend and close. Repeat. Half. Full. Half. Then the side. Bend your toes and point. And bend your toes. Good job. Again. Half. Full. Two to the back. We go. Bend and a point. And bend and slide. Again. Good. Two more side. Half, full, half. Good job. One more. So now you're going to get up in your 6-inch heels, girls. The highest heels you got, right? You're going to spread your toes like roots of a tree. You're going to put your weight on your big toe, second toe, middle toe, not on your baby toe. And you're not going to look down. You're going to look straight and you're going to breathe, hopefully, and just stay there. And I'm going to start over here. Yas, queen. Your posture is getting so much better. I want to do a little bit more now of this and lifting up from here. Yeah, shoulders back. I know, I got you. She's shaking in the best way. Your bounce looks great. Good job. Oh, as I come, you fall, right? That's Murphy's Law. Big toe. Are you still holding it? It's okay, Murphy's Law. I used to follow when my teacher came too. All that. Oh, see, Murphy's Law. Here we go again. Oh. I'm thinking more of the way on the big toes. So when you're here, shift your ankle forward like that. And good job for staying up here, Big. Can you go higher? Oh, yes. And relax. Awesome. Take a short little intermission. I swear it's something like, it's like you're like dominoes. And then the teacher comes like, I'm going to fall. Like, I was fine until you got here. It happened to me too. In my training, I need some water because I talk a lot. All right. Let's quickly talk about that because that's, new, right? So yeah, as high as you can. And you got to get the highest releve because if you ever want to get the torture shoes, boom, that's the next level up from 6-inch heels for sure. So yeah, if your ankles are kind of wobbly like this, it's kind of dangerous, right? So you really want to think about what is the safe alignment. The safe alignment is my ankles forward, going back to the plumb line of posture. My big toe is in line with my ankle, in line with my hip, in line with my shoulder, in line with my ear. So I need to make sure my ankles aren't going back because I want to hurt myself or in point shoes. For shizzle. Yeah, looks so good. And then it's all about the posture too. So if you were in a plank, this is basically a standing plank, you guys. So you're gonna squeeze your glutes, you're gonna pull in your belly button towards spine, and you're gonna be careful of your rib cage. Sometimes we go up, but our ribs will go, I'm going up, and I fall backwards. But you need to keep the ribs in. And what we've been telling people, which has been super helpful, is like a mini crunch. Like just a mini crunch of the abs. If you feel your abs working, your ribs are in a proper placement. I talk a lot. I will help you find this, but I share this stuff every single class because it's the basic correction, dude. Got you. Tendus looked really good. Let's just worry about it on the second side. Cool? And this is actually really good for point shoes if you're watching the point shoe girls, because those torture shoes, it's really hard to articulate in them because they're so stiff. So they're really working their feet too. Yeah. Yeah. P.S. Shakaya is going to be getting her torture shoes soon. I'll be talking to you about when my schedule. I was actually talking to the dance shop when I was picking up the donations about how I'm coming in with you. Yeah. She's been working very hard for those shoes. Anyways, let's do it again. Second side. Getting ready. Okay. Bend your toes. Point. Bend and in. Again. Bend your toes and point. Now the side. I go half, full, half, and in. One more. Now let's go back. Bend your toes and point, and bend your toes and in. It's hard to the back, I know. Now to the side. Half, full, half. One more. That's it. Now let's get up as high as you can on your tippy toes. And think always ankle forward. Now squeeze your glutes and think ribs in, belly button towards spine. Your posture looks so good. So now just look straight ahead at the brick wall. You're gonna stare at her beautiful little hairpiece and stretch your knees a bit more. Yeah, and you're gonna bring your bum under. So it's gonna feel like you're tucking, but now you're straight. Totally, and this mirror's helpful, right? You can kind of see yourself. This feels really good too. Good job, babe. Just breathe. And everyone fall down. People forget to breathe, don't worry. No one breathes. Like right, so good job. That was awesome. So I talked about your postures looked really, really great, all of you. We are rocking it. Let's keep the party going. We are now taking our tendu off the floor into what we call a baby kick, but the actual name is called a battement jeté, battement glissé, dégagé, whatever, but it's a baby kick. So my tendu slides off, and then I touch, and it slides back in. Noticing my foot is always in contact with the floor. I'm going to do 3 this time. 3-point closes, and then we'll do a rise for these queens. Yeah. A kick and point and close, a kick and point and close. One more, and then rise up in your tippy toes, and then come down. 3 and point and close, 2 and point and close, 1 and point and close. And then I rise. You do the side one more time. 3-point close, 2-point close, 1. We already did this balance. So guess what? No balance. Ta-da. You're welcome. Noticing now it's a faster movement, and there's actually kind of like friction. You'll hear like a swishing sound, and think about you got like gum on your shoe and you're like, ew. Like it's the friction that you want to work on to get your feet strong. I'll help you. Let's give it a go and see what happens. Let's just do it to this one. Ready? Kick, point, close. Kick, point, not too high. Kick, now rise up on your 60 heels. Come down, side, kick, point, close. Kick, point, close. Kick, now rise up. Then come down, we go. Back, touch, close. Swish, I like that swishing sound. Yeah, then rise up. Coming down, side, kick, point, close. One more. Yeah, then rise up. And then if there's no bounce, you go, sweet. No bounce, unless you want to, then go for it. Yeah. Bounces are optional. I won't take it away from you if you want to balance. Great work. And everyone did exactly that. They did the touch and then the close. That is so important because it's going to get faster one day. Let's keep going on the second side. Ready? Here we go. Kick, point, close. Just an inch off the floor. One more. Rise up on your tippy toes. Then come down. Side, touch, close. Kick, point, slide. One more. Rising all the way up. Then come down. We're going back. Point, close. Back. One more. rising up and maybe smile. You don't have to smile. Side, kick, point, close, kick, one more. Then you rise up and come down. And if you want to be really fancy, you bring your arms down and go, I was so fabulous. Thank you for watching me. Yes, queen. And for the people who are new to ballet, this is the thing you do. If the teachers walk around the room, usually they walk around the room and go, you're like, you missed it. I was so fabulous, especially if you messed up, right? It's all about faking it till you make it. All right, let's do some rond de jambes. So rond de jambe is essentially a tendu, right? So it means circle of the leg. It's very slow. So you do a nice little pretty arm thing and you bring it here. You go to the front, then the side, you go all the way to the back and you close in first position. It's like a half circle, going front and side and back. Then we're gonna do two the other way. So back and side and front together. One more time to do. That's all it is. So this is your first day. Be like, where does my foot go? It goes here, there, and here. Otherwise, there's other things to worry about, like turnout, because that's what ballet is all about. So if you want to learn, basically, it's what body part goes first. Ankle first when you go to the front. I lead with my ankle, not with my toe, right? Because I always want to be rotated externally. Then I maintain rotation as I move through. And if I come from the back, it's actually my ankle that comes first, right? If I do it sideways to go to the back, I want to lead now with the baby toe. I don't lead with my heel. My baby toe leads, and then I rotate, turn out. And as I articulate, my baby toe comes back. Otherwise, she would go like that. Yeah. And this is all to wake up your muscles in your hips to get more rotation and warm up. Afterwards, let's just do it like a nice little développé. So you're gonna start here and just extend to the front, and I'll help you when you get there. Yeah, we'll talk about it then. Let's just do it. Prepare the arm, here you go. Front, side, back, together again. Front, side, back, reverse, back, side, good job, and you close one more time, back and side, front, and you close. Now slow, pick up your foot, keep your hip level, right? Knee to the side. Lead with your ankles, extend to the front, nice and low is okay. And when you look at your leg, do you see your inner thigh or your top of your quad? You want to see the inner thigh, and I'll help you because you're new, right? A little bit more in front of your hip like this. Yes, good job. Oh, I like it. Just watch out for your ankle and fully stretch your knee. You go. I know, it's so fun the first time. You're doing great, girlfriend. Gonna fully stretch your knee a little bit. And in front of your hip bone is perfect. Yes, girl. And let's see what's going on over here. Good job, good job. Yeah, just a little bit more support here now. Beautiful. And maybe just a little bit more in front of you, actually, babes. Oh, boom. I'm not going to do one more. You look great. I'm just saying if there's more. Nope, you're perfect. Relax. Good job. And relax. Woo! And hopefully your hip flexor is not very tight, but if it is, the leg in front of you, that's your hip flexor, right? If you want to put it back and just do a quick little lunge and like tuck a little bit to stretch it, that always feels good. Because our hips are so tight, right? We walk, we sit, we cycle, we do whatever, and then it make you hold your leg there and you're like, oh. Great job with the rond de jambe, you guys. I'm not going to talk about too much because there's so much to think about. But if you are ready to add the articulation of the foot that we did during tendu, bend your toes, point, right? Circle, circle, bend your toes in, bend your toes, point, circle, circle, and sweet. If not, whatever. And then that balance, right? That main correction is your foot is in front of your hip. So if it goes over too far or out to the side too far, it's kind of like not in the right spot. So in front of your hip is perfect. Here we go. Side two. Getting with the arm. Here we go. Ankle forward, front, side, back, bend your toes. Going front and and side, back, and close. Other way, back, side, and bend your toes. Good, back and side, front and you close. Pick up your foot, extend to the front. And yes, sorry, when you see girls on point, you can lower your heel, girlfriend. I know. Ignore that anytime they do that. I know it's not your fault, girl. You're just following them. I told you to. You're doing great. Gorgeous, sweetheart. Better. Make sure the toe is pointing downwards. So if it curls up, it looks better when it goes down. Yeah, very nice. And then maybe taking one finger on the bar to no fingers, totally optional, and fall down. Yeah. And maybe stretch your other hip. Yes. Or stretch anything, right? Whatever you need. So that's kind of like the official warm-up. That's the foundational warm-up. Now we're going to heat things up with the fondue exercise. So you might know fondue. It means to melt, like cheese and chocolate fondue. That's my favorite fondue. But there's also a ballet fondue. Not as tasty, but definitely burns calories, I guess, instead of yeah. If you don't know, I had a gift card to Burgoo at my anniversary party. We just had an auction. I was like, they had the best cheese fondue there, girls. If you want to go eat some cheese fondue, so good. Comfort food. That's the best. Let's move into it. So basically, a fondue is a plie on one leg. So it's a little bit harder. I got you, though. She's like, uh-oh. It's like, oh no, what did I sign up for, right? So the first thing you want to do is just remember when you're on one leg, you always want to shift your hip onto the leg. Because if I don't, I can never balance. So the first thing I do is I just lean a little bit onto my ankle, pick up my foot, and it's at the ankle, right? This is where the melting happens, at the ankle. Bend, bend, bend. Then stretch as your leg goes to the front. Bend, 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 touch your ankle. Now go to the side. Now touch the back of your ankle as you bend and go to the back. Yes. And then bend and touch to the side. We're going to do 2 sets because practice, right? Bend, stretch, front. Bend, stretch, side. Bend, stretch, back, and the side where we shall stay because I'm fresh. We're talking about that when Suzy's fresh. Tuesday's my fresh day. I mean, I had a break. So if you just want to worry about just bending and stretching your legs today, cool, because that is coordination. Otherwise, you'll notice there's beautiful diamond shapes that we love. So I'll say diamond every time. So diamond just means my knee goes to the side, right? It's not going forward. And that's all I'm going to talk about because there's enough things to worry about. Let's try it together on the first side. Left hand on the bar. And where is my fondue song? Shift the weight, pick up the foot. Nice and slow, bend, bend. Stretch front. I'm gonna do a slow set first. Diamond, diagonal. You got it. Behind, stretch back. One more super slow. I'm gonna pick up the tempo. Here we go. Bend, stretch front. Diamond, diagonal, bend, stretch, back, bend, and hold, and just stay there. I know this is the worst position ever. I got you. Just like rotate, yeah, you got it. Keep it low. Always keep it low when you're learning, it's okay. She's like, oh my goodness, you're doing great, babe. Just stretch this leg and go, oh, beautiful. And you can lengthen your gorgeous arm. And if you're still holding, I'm coming. Yeah, it's okay, Lauren. You're doing great. Yeah, good job. Remember to keep the hip down. Here, I'll help you. There you go. Yeah, so do a little bit of this. You kind of go like that. Yeah, good job. Oh, you're still holding. Good job. You are a rock star. These ladies are still holding. If you can relax once I pass you, it's okay. Good job, queen. And relax, relax, relax. Good job. That's hard work, right? Woo! If it makes you feel better, I don't like this one either. This is a hard one. Yeah, it's a hard one. This is a good chance to stretch something, right? 'Cause you're like, oh, spicy, right? Cross it over. This is the figure four. If you stick out your bum, it's like you're on a chair and it feels good on the glutes and the hip area. Yes, amazing. So yeah, welcome to fondue. It's if y'all don't know, it's my least favorite exercise of the bar, but it's the most important one because it builds strength. So yeah, it's our daily dose of vitamins. I'm not going to talk about too much. You're doing so fabulous, but let's just talk about that diagonal because I haven't really talked about it yet. So when you look at first position and you find your first position through your rotation through the hip socket, it makes a V, right? Like a pizza slice that we tell little kids. If you do a tendu on the diagonal of your first position and then lift it, that's where your leg is in the air. Yeah. So we never go directly to the side unless you have like such good turnout, which most people don't. They're just forcing it and that's where they get injured. That's where the leg is here. If you go a little bit here, it feels better on your joints. Because once again, we're an adult ballet and we want to dance forever. We don't want to hurt ourselves. So a little bit on a diagonal is perfect. And guess why? Because the way my femur fits in my pelvis, I can get more rotation to have my inner thigh facing the ceiling. And that's when you feel the inner thigh and you're like, damn, summer's coming though. It's great. It's good workout. All right, let's do it again, you guys. And then the fondues are done. Thank God. Super slow set first. Shift your weight, pick up your foot. Slow bend, bend. Slow stretch front. Make a diamond. Diagonal. Behind your ankle bend, stretch back, bend, bend, stretch side a little bit faster. I go bend, stretch front, bend, stretch side, bend, stretch back, bend. Now find your little diagonal. If you're on Zoom, right, just go a little bit forward, rotate the leg so your inner thigh is facing the ceiling. Yes. And then let's all close because it's mean, right? We're done that one. It's over. We did it. It's done. But you're warm now, right? Yeah, that's kind of the mission of that one. I am going to skip the frappe today and I'm going to go right into adage. So adage means kind of like to unfold, like, well, actually, that's développé. Développé means to unfold the leg. Adagio is like the slow music. So I'm not sure if anyone ever studied music, but like you'll hear adagio is like slow and pretty. Allegro is like quick and like spicy. Usually allegro is jumps, right? Petit allegro, fast little jumps, and adagio, slow. So this is your adagio movements, but we're just teaching you how to do a développé, which is the foundation. So what's going to happen is you kind of already learned a bit of this already, right? You're going to pick up your foot and go to here, right? Passe retire position. And then you lead with your ankle and it goes in front of your hip. Then you keep your legs straight as you lower point and you close just like that. Then you do it again, but this time to the side. So I'm going to come up. I'm going to go to my diagonal I just talked about. Boom. And then I go touch and then close, right? No problem. Now the next one is into arabesque. So when I go here, I want to visualize someone's pushing my leg up and so that my knee doesn't drop, if that makes sense. And then I'm going to the back and I stay here. And this is the arabesque line. From there, you don't have to do much more than just hold it and I'll come help you. But if you want to add something, you can flip your hand over like this. And one day your goal is to inch your hand forward so you can balance. But don't worry if it's not today or tomorrow because it takes time. But yeah, sounds good. Let's just do it. I can cue these because it's a very slow song. Yeah. Ready, here we go. Slowly up to the knee. Extend to the front and lower softly and close. Repeat. Draw the line up the side of your leg. Now you're diagonal. Yeah. Then lower to a point and close. Last one, coming up to the knee. Knee lift and chest lifted to the back. And just stay there for a second. And just hold it. And I'll help you. You look so good. We're just going to stretch the knee. Stretch it. And bring a little bit more behind you. Good job. Oh, good job. You too. Yeah. Yes, girlfriend. You look so good. Point your toe. And then just do a little bit extra more turnout. Oh, sorry. You okay? Yeah, good. Stretch it. Yep, perfect. Awesome. Yes, right behind you. I'm coming. Stretch your arms more, Lauren. Yes, good. And yep, this is perfect. Just now thumb. And then I'm going to do a little bit more turn out. And then good job. Oh, good. Can you stretch more? Yes. So good. Can you stretch a little bit more? Oh, she's shaking so good. And relax. Oh, what feels good after is this. Give yourself a hug. Oh. Yeah, release your back, right? Because it works the whole backside, doesn't it? Arabesque. Woo. You guys look great. And see, we already kind of talked about the foundation, so you just went to it, right? So good. So yeah, very slow, very slow. And it's one of those illusions that looks like your leg weighs nothing, but we all know you're like, as you go through. And that's why ballet is just an illusion of effortlessness. Let's do it again on the other side so we can have some more fun. And ignore them. They're going on point. Yeah. Here we go. Slowly up to the knee. Extend to the front. Lower soft like a feather. And slide it in. Coming up. Hip is square. Extend on your diagonal. Yes. And lower softly. And close one more time. Coming up. Extend to the back now. Keep your chest up and shoulder down. Let's stretch our back leg. This looks so good. Everybody over here, you're fabulous. I'm going to do a little bit more of the hip squaring now. And then you can reach this hand over if you want to pretend. Yes, good job. I'm going to tickle to stretch it. Stretch a bit more. Yes, a bit more. You're so straight. We're going to do more turnout now. I'm going to do more turnout with her too. Outwards. And then point your toe. You feel your booty working? That's how you know it's in the right spot. Good job. Relax your shoulder, Teresa. I know you're thinking about it. Yes, longer. Are we kind of matching? Oh, we're kind of matching. Cute. Anyways, relax. I get easily distracted by like sparkly nails and socks and cute outfits. And that's what happened right there. I was like, oh, my nails. Anyways, twinsies. Great job, you guys. How's that? That's hard work, right? We're going to quickly just do one more at the bar and then we're done. We're going to come to the center. This is now your big kick, as they call it, the grand battement, but it doesn't have to be that big. It could be as big as you want it to be today. Because the most important thing is as you're doing your small kick to a bigger kick, you don't want to compensate form. So you're just keeping your leg straight, point and close, but nothing else moves. So as we go through. Let's just do two. Kick, point, close, kick, then the side on the diagonal, right? Da-da-da. Oh, guess we'll just see some people. And back. And then to the side, da-da-da-da. We've done basically every single balance, so don't worry about any more. Just go, ta-da. Cool. I'm going to choose a different track for this one on my playlist. So let me just find her. I think I like the one I did in the last class. I'm going to do that one. All right, Gizzy, are you ready to come back? What are you doing over there? He's probably looking for socks or something. He's a sock bandit, so in the summer, be careful. Come here. Go back. I don't want you to get kicked. Come here, mister. Okay. We're almost done, class, okay? Yes, I'll take you for a walk. Sorry, we have like a really gross relationship where he thinks like we're dating, I think. And we're like, you do know daddy is the daddy and you're the baby. But I think sometimes he thinks he's the daddy. Okay, sit. Like even was it this morning or yesterday morning? As soon as my husband left, Gizmo like went to a spot like, yeah, this is my spot. Sweet boy. Anyways, let's do some things. Two kicks, ready? Kick, point, close, one more. Then side, diagonal. One more. Then back. kick, touch, close. Then the side, out. One more, you look so good. Guess what you do? You just go, ta-da. Sweet, we're gonna change sides. Your guys' legs were so straight. Like, that doesn't happen often in intro class where it's like the legs kind of bend and stuff. You are killing it. Let's just do it one more time so we're not lopsided, okay? Ready, and kick, point, close, one more. Then side, diagonal, touch, close. Then back, right behind ya. Then the side, out, last one. And then you go arms down, ta-da. Good job, we're gonna move the bars out of the way. This is a short intermission. Woo! And then we'll do a little bit of baby jumps and a little bit of pirouette prep. Good job, how you guys feeling, good? The first day is like learning a new language, and this is repetition. I promise, you're doing so amazing. All right. Come on down. If you want to stand behind me, it's easy to see me. I just have to be in front of the camera. And anyone who's brave, definitely come forward for our friends who are still learning. Thank you for taking one for the team. Hope you're doing great at home. Yeah. Just moving into a couple sautés now. I'm just being a DJ and switching back to my other playlist. Dun, 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 dun. I was doing this one in the last class. It just makes me happy, this playlist. Are you guys good? You figured it out? Oh, like, where is that? Anyways, this is introduction to jumps. Remember, you never have to jump in our classes. You can always modify. Hands on your hips if you don't know what to do with them. It's all good. Every jump, it starts with a plie. So I'm going to do 4 plies. 4, 3, 2, 1. They'll say jumping optional. 4, 3. It's okay. Try again. 2, and 1. And remember to always bend your knees. So for anything, just make sure you bend your knees. Yeah. Like, you know how you do squats? Yeah. And bend your knees. Go again. Yeah, there you go. So think like a spring, right? You need to always cushion your jump with your legs to absorb the shock. Otherwise, this can cause like shock in your body and hurt yourself. So yeah, you got it, girl. Fabulous. That's the first thing to learn. The other thing to learn about jumping in ballet is your feet actually help you. So I'm pushing up and rolling through my toes eventually. Doesn't have to happen today. But instead of doing this, right, I am rolling through the feet. And that's how we sound so quiet on stage. And like, how come they make no sounds? It's because the feet. So yes, you got it. Easy. Anyone can do this, right? 4 plies, 4 optional jumps. Now we repeat in second. 4 plies, and then 4 jumping optionals. Just working through that. It's kind of like a jump squat, right? But it's turned out. That's all it is. You'll notice people on point might go on releve, and that's just what they're doing. Ignore them. All right, let's do it at Sesame Street. Ready? 4, 3, 2, jumping optional. 4, 3, 2, 1, second 4, 3, 2, jumping optional. 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, right? No problem. And that is always your warm-up in this class. When you graduate, it changes. But yeah, they're called warm-up jumps to get you ready for more jumps, which we're not going to do today, so don't worry. No more jumping. We're going to review, though, the pirouette prep, because every month in this class, in this level, we introduce you to a turn so that one day you can do it in the next level as well. So it's all about the pirouette. It's a turn on one leg. There's no pirouette happening today unless you know what that is. I'm just here to help you to get there. So put your right foot in front in your third position today. You put your hands here for now. What the first thing is, you have to learn how to get on one leg without the bar, right? So I'm going to do a plie. And in slow motion, I pick up this foot, I shift my weight onto my left foot, and I bring it here. But you have to do it quicker in a pirouette. That was pretty good. Plie, pick it up. Yeah, and we have to hold it for a couple seconds because that's your turn. Plie, hold. Nice, see? I want to give you stuff you can't do. Anyone can do this. So that is option one, and that's what I start with. I do 4, just trying to fall. All right. If you want to add some arms, we did this the other day. This is called third position. So when I was teaching you the arms, this is first position. This is second position. Third position is one of each. So I'm going to have the same arm and leg forward today. And when I do my plie and pick it up, my arm comes in. Yeah, it's kind of weird, right? But this will make sense when you start turning. So bend together. And hopefully this will help you balance instead of here, because you got like some support in front of you. This coordination is to help you when you turn, because if you don't use your arm, this is what happens, right? You won't be able to turn and have the arm come with you. So that's the whole reason. From there, I'm going to let you decide if you want to make this harder. I'm not going to go much harder than this, but the next harder option is for those who want to try plie releve, right? So I say, don't worry about this if you can't do that, because this is easier than this, right? But if you're like, I want to try up and down, right? And don't worry if your ankles aren't strong enough today. Don't worry about that, because when I see you again in April, or if you come to a fitness class or pre-point, we do calf raises, and that's going to make you nice and strong. So if you want any fun homework, you have to do any of my homework, but calf raises at your kitchen counter, which is your ballet bar in first position, that's going to make your ankles really strong so you can balance here and eventually here too. So up to you, girlfriend. But I say, I will make you do them sometimes anyways, so don't worry. That's all I'm going to talk about. If you want to turn, just turn, okay? Let's just put on some music and go from there. Where's the pirouette song? Here's one. Getting ready. Here we are. Plie, up, hold. I almost fell too, don't worry. And plie, up, hold. Remember, don't look down, look straight up. Just into your forehead if you have a mirror. Keep your chin up. One more. Plie, up, hold. Here's some optional arms. Plie, together. That's it, reset. Plie, together. Good job, you're almost there. 2 more. Plie, up. Okay, one more. Plie, up. And then calm down. Think about less force. Let it go like a little bit slower. Okay. Plie slower. Spot. I know, totally. All right, I'll talk about that shit later. Sorry, I swear, and I have a potty mouth because I had to teach kids. Yeah. Anyways, let's put the left foot in front. So now I got to do the other side, and then we're going to wrap up class. So now I got my left foot in front. If you want to do a quick little practice, slowly shift the weight, then pick it up, right? If my hip is over my ankle, I won't fall. If I'm not, that's why I went that way. Now I got the arm. It's going to be the same as my foot in front. So my left arm is in front. And yeah, you'll notice one side might be easier than the other, or they might be equally weird. And that's normal too. Let's just do some more, and so we can do our reverence. Getting ready. And plie, up, hold. And come down. Keep your chest lifted. Squeeze your bum. It's okay. It's a long time to hold. This is really mean, especially on releve. One more. I'm going to add my arms next if you want to try. Here we go. Bend together. Yeah, a little bit slower, girl. You're just less is more. See? That was better. Again. Plie. Up, hold. Gizmo knows we're done. One more. He's like, Mom. And relax. Good job. This is a really hard balance to do in the center, you guys. So if this is new for you, like extra props. I was going to show you how we finish class. That's why Gizmo's like, Mom, and we do like a curtsy, and usually reverence is like to thank like your piano player and then, like everyone being here. We're just like thanks Spotify, but also thanks to all you beautiful queens for being here. So to keep it really simple, Put your right foot here and imagine you're wearing a beautiful tutu and your hands are over your tutu. You take a step to the side, you bring your inner thighs together and then just go curtsy, right? And then the other side, and then curtsy. No, she's not coming here, sweetheart. He's also the greeter. He's the protector, the greeter, the sock bandit. He's got a few jobs. All right, better to music, right? Here we are, and step and place, curtsy. You all did such a great job today. Thank you so much for dancing with us. If you have any questions, please let me know. And thank you, Gizmo, for mold support.